So I wanted to go over information from some of the things that we have been covering. We had gone over section 5.5, where we were talking about writing the equation of a line. When we wrote the equation of the line, we had two different situations, one where we were given the slope and a point on the line. When that happened, we could use our slope-intercept form, which was our y equals mx plus b. If we were going to use that form, we had to replace the x, the y, and the m with the numbers we were given. We solved for b, and then we rewrote our equation. The other option we had was to use our point slope form, that y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. If we used this form of the equation, we replaced the y sub 1, the m, and the x sub 1 with the numbers we were given. And if we use this equation, we solved for y. The other types of problems we had were where we were given 2 points on the line instead of a slope and a point. For those problems, we first had to find the slope of the equation using those 2 points we were given. Once we had the slope, we decided which of the 2 points we wanted to use with the rest of the problem. We no longer needed both of them. And then we returned to these two methods that we talked about here, where we had a slope and a point to find the equation of the line. So for example, if we were told that m is equal to 4 and it passes through the point 2, -7, we could use our slope-intercept form, y equals mx plus b. Remember, for our ordered pairs, the first value is always an x, the second value is always an y. So we would rewrite this as -7 equals 4 times 2 plus b. We're going to solve for b. This gives me -7 equals 8 plus b. To get b alone, we have to subtract the 8 from both sides. When we do that, gives us -15 equal to the value b. Now we know b, we were told m to begin with. We'll write our equation, y equals 4x minus 15. So this would be our result to that particular problem. Here on this one, given a slope of -1/2, 0.59, we could use our point slope form this time. Just as another example, y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. This 5 is going to be the x sub 1. This 9 is going to be the y sub 1. M is going to be the -1/2, excuse me, that we were given. So we have y minus 9 equals -1/2 x minus 5. We now have to solve for y. I'm going to distribute that -1/2. If we keep the fraction, that would be -1/2 times -5. We can write that -5 as -5 over 1. So we'll have -1/2 x. The double negative turns into a positive, so plus 1 times 5 gives us 5, 2 times 1 gives us 2. To solve for y here, we would need to add 9 to both sides of this equation. Again, for fractions, we need a common denominator to add. If we have 5/2 plus 9, that's like 5/2 plus 9 over 1. Common denominator here would be 2. So I'll multiply the bottom and the top both by 2. 5 over 2 plus 18 over 2. When we add the two values on the top. 5 and 18 should give us 23 over 2. And so we could say that our equation is y equals -1/2 x plus 23 over 2. I also told y'all that if you wanted to go ahead and just do the division on this, you could have rewritten this as -0.5x plus 11.5 when we do the 23 divided by 2. And so that would also be a perfectly good answer. If we had a problem like this, where we have the 2 points and we're trying to find the equation of the line, we have to begin that problem by finding the slope. Remember, difference in y's over difference in x. So I could say 8 minus -4 over 3 minus 5. If I do that, this double negative again becomes an addition. So that would give me 12 on top. 3 minus 5 will give us -2. 12 divided by -2 gives us -6. Now that we have our slope, we no longer need both of these points. It does not matter which one we choose. I'm going to use this one just because I'd like to have positives instead of negatives. Again, it will not change my answer if I pick the other point. So now I'm working with my slope of -6, my ordered pair 3, 8. And again, that takes us back to those examples we were doing a moment ago. So we could do our slope intercept form again, I guess. Y equals mx plus b. This will be x, this will be y. So we will have 8 equals -6 times 3 plus b. That gives me 8 equals -18 plus b. To solve for b, we need to add that 18 to both sides. When we do, we should get what, 26? So we get 26 is equal to b. And so now that we have that, we have our m value because we found that at the beginning. We have found the b value for our y-intercept. So our equation will be y equals -6x plus 26. Here on this one, again, trying to find the slope first. M equals, we could say -12 minus 0 over -2 minus 2. This would give us -12 over -4, which will be a +3. Once I have my slope, again, I no longer need both points. I'm going to opt for this one. I like zeros if I can use them, so I'm going to go ahead and ignore the other point now. So I have my slope of 2, my point of 2, 0, and my slope of 3. I could use my point slope form. Y minus 0 equals 3. Oh my goodness. Which is 3x minus 2. Y minus 0 is just going to be y. Here we do need to distribute that 3. That gives us 3x minus 6. And so this would be our answer to this particular question. So that's what we did in 5.5. We were just practicing finding the equation of the line given either the slope and a point or 2 points. Please let me know if you have any questions about that.